start of a new session, I'm going to activate my ability, Sound Investments.
Oh, okay.
And get some cash.
Yeah, get a little bit of extra moolah. But yeah, that's
Hold on, guys.
Oh, looks like Kevin just got pulled away. See, the second we say everybody ready to start, that's when the AC guy calls for him.
Of course. That's the way that stuff works.
So, guys, light machine gun? Yes.
So continues the saga of the light machine gun.
You use that thing to horrifying effect.
Shot the shit out of that cop car last session.
And the thing is, I've upgraded my gunnery to be better now. So it's going to be wild, and I'm going to fucking love it.
It is windy as hell out right now.
I was going to say, not here. Of course, it's also like, 30 degrees hotter here?
Yeah. Oh man, it's also fall because I am seeing reds and oranges and yellows in the trees behind my house right now.
Hey, as it goes, I am glad we're finally seeing trees changing color, because the fact that we were hitting mid-October and nobody was showing like, hey, look at the fall trees.
Yeah, I mean, there's two maples literally right outside my window.
Okay, so he's pretty sure there's a leak somewhere in the damn thing.
Womp womp.
If the Freon's not full, then there has to be.
Yeah, he says the pressure's low, and it's like, okay, that's fine. I'm like, but this is
explain the problem.
Yeah, but they supposedly fixed it back in March. So he's, I'm like, okay. I mean, if it's anything like, my job, it's always the connections. And he's like, yeah, and there's like 150 of the damn things in there. It's like, oh shit, I didn't realize it was that bad.
Hey, I mean, that is the one drawback with sweated copper, is you never know when it honestly is leaking.
Yeah. Well, I mean, luckily it's not too humid here, but still.
Yeah.
I mean, yesterday when I shut it off, I mean, because it's a roof unit, and they have a a conduit going to the drain, like the rain for rain, and it just like dumped water out when I shut it off yesterday. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it should not be condensating that much moisture.
Not when it's this.
Not when we're in 12% humidity right now.
Yeah.
In the middle of monsoon, maybe not the same.
No. Yeah, when it's 40.
They could have put the condenser in wrong.
Yeah, or they just could have.
House, I had out by old Tucson, they put the condenser in like backwards, and the flow was restrictive. So then it created more water, which then ended up eventually corroding the bottom of the coil because it was sitting in the water, and then we ended up with the leak. So yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
before the AC
guy meeting or something, back, I think, right?
You guys were going to go to that meeting that you set up pretending to be the drug guys at the park with that big mile-long tunnel that your plan is you're going to be walking down that tunnel and meeting with the guy to get the magic recipe for these bio-enhanced drugs to wrap up the case. And then at one point you realized the only people currently available for the mission was the guy with the machine gun and the guy with the other machine gun.
Oh, the assault rifle, but yeah.
Yep. And you thought better of going on a half-mile walk through a tunnel for a meeting that was supposed to show up to unarmed.
Yeah, like that's happening.
So you guys managed to last time elude the cops after you had the shootout at the diner. You went there, you met the folks, you got a firefight happened, the cops showed up, you didn't identify yourself and you just shot the cop car and escaped and managed to continue shooting the cop car until it gave up the chase. So what is the plan as the group has reconvened together? I mean, it's been a few weeks.
It's been almost 2 months.
We walk in, DACA, profit.
I'm in.
What? You're in? Whatever, mister. I'll sit in the truck.
No, not for going into places, but for the walk-in DACA profit.
I mean, it's a good choice.
Yeah.
See, I speak truths.
Okay.
So what is the plan? You guys know if you don't meet this dude at this meeting and get the recipe from him, it's going to be gone and in the wind. You'll never be able to catch it again.
Yeah, go there and kick ass. Where is it at exactly? I forget.
It's in the goods section of town over here.
I am gonna call. Okay, hold on. Where's my?
It's basically a freeway dividing two parks that are one park, and it's a big, long, mile-long tunnel between the two parks that connect together.
Sorry, could you ping which district it is again?
Sure. It's over here. It's not too far from Neo Broadway.
Okay, got it. Thanks.
So the police response will be extremely quick. You guys know from just the reports that if you do any shenanigans there will be a response. Conveniently, the tunnel has no cameras. It's like shocking how little cameras they have there. It's almost like maybe the people asked to be left alone on their lover's walk path. There'll be pedestrians there possibly, unless you do something to prevent that.
So, on a serious note, do we actually just want to go in there and like muscle them up, or do we want to like try to stealth? Because I do have a decent stealth, and if I add my camouflage suit on top of that.
Well, it's going to be mighty difficult to stealth because it's a 15-foot wide tunnel.
Yeah.
Soft white light and no cover whatsoever. I mean, you could try to stealth, but the well-lit, wide-open conditions are going to totally put some kibosh on your stealth.
And we were supposed to go and meet the guy, right?
You're
and,
supposed
like,
to
trade
meet the
or
guy
something.
and give him money for the recipe.
Do we want to do... Wait, is it half a mile inside the tunnel that we have to go and meet him?
Yep, it's a mile-long tunnel because basically there's a freeway there and the tunnel goes through the very bottom of it. So for your end, you go in your side of the park and walk in. Obviously, you know this dude's having the trade there because he's going to have people on both sides of the tunnel watching. So it's a fairly safe place to do the trade where no shenanigans should happen. Now it's up to you guys to find out what kind of shenanigans you're wanting to have happen.
Okay. I kind of have an idea. See if I can pull in a small favor from the NAPD. If they do respond, that they respond to one side first. And see if we can get them to respond to the side that they would flee to.
Okay, so...
Any thoughts? Anybody have any thoughts on that?
That's good.
I mean, if they would... So there's two things about that. So first of all, if we do have the police at the other end, it stops their exit route, technically. But the thing is, if the police is there to calm the situation and arrest people, and they get arrested, well, then we just might have to turn on the PD itself.
There's the guy who already shot up a cop car with his light machine gun.
No, that was me.
Oh, no, that wasn't me. I didn't
me.
shoot the cops at all yet. I'm
No,
innocent on that.
I didn't either. I shot at him. I missed spectacularly, but
Well,
no, I mean, it's just that you
episode
get to respond. See if we can get them to respond to one side first.
Okay.
I mean, all I'm saying is, like, my only objection is the fact that, like, if they get caught, we might have to fight the police. But if you're fine with us fighting the police, then I don't care.
See, the thing is, if something happens, they're going to respond either way.
Yeah, exactly.
We're just trying to control where they respond to first.
Yeah.
And at that point, they may turn to try to confront us instead of going out to the police. So,
which
is a possibility. We could tip them off where they'll end up going, so that they can pre-position units to do it.
Yeah, I mean.
Hey James, is there any way I could pull a favor from either Jinteki or
I mean,
the Yakuza and have the streets just clear the pedestrians?
I mean, for crying out loud, I think between all of us, we can pull in like 8 favors.
Wouldn't that be very eerie that the normally public park is dead silent? I'm just playing devil's advocate, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean, it is spooky season.
Hold on, I'll be right back.
I mean, you could, if you have the favors to pull in, you could try to pull in the favors. I mean, now remember, you guys just shot up the cop car and you're on your way there because the clock is ticking. So there's not like a day to plan people to come do favors for you. This is going to have to be, you got 20 minutes to be there and go. So whatever favors you're calling are going to be quick and dirty.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm down for
get there in time.
I'm down for the police one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll just hold on to them now, I guess. I have nothing else to do with it. So, yeah. So we're going to go in heavy or just security?
Well, they said supposed to be coming in unarmed to do a fair trade. So if you had something to
I will leave my light
to carry.
Machine gun. I'll leave my light machine gun and instead just bring 2 pistols with me.
Yeah, because I figure I'll strap my shield on my back, and then I just got my gauntlets.
Strap your riot shield that's large enough to cover your entire body.
It's not that big.
What's your defense again?
They're not like 7 feet tall.
I guess during the ride, could I like take my 2 pistols and just try to make them like very unobvious where I have them on my body?
So in a moving vehicle, you're gonna put your machine gun down in the footrest and pull out your pistols and kind of hide them on your body?
Yeah.
Let's pull up some story points here. Now that we got everybody in. And I'll say, sure, while attempting to escape cops, you can fiddle with your pistols and try to put them in your pant belt line. Did I make that sound ominous enough?
I've seen the videos, so. But yeah.
I just have my gauntlets on.
Okay, I'm back. What did I miss?
So Anshin's going to try to conceal his pistols on him in the moving car fleeing from the cops.
Okay, well, do you have a trench coat like I do? We need to get him a trench coat.
Unless it's durable clothing, no, I do not.
It doesn't really do anything. It doesn't give you any bonuses, unless you're being, so.
Hey, a trench coat is cool, okay?
Yeah.
Don't add it.
Yeah, I think we're all bringing weapons with. I mean, it's just the question of which ones.
I'm only bringing my pistols, so you don't have to worry about anything else.
Yeah, well,
he's not bringing the 5-foot-long rifle with him.
Yeah, I'm not bringing.
I mean, if you had hand weapons, I'm sure they're not going to be too concerned about that versus.
So the clock is ticking.
Machine guns and stuff.
What are you guys gonna do en route? You're driving across town, hoping nobody notices the fact that your vehicle's got some bullet holes in it. Nothing structural, but it's some bullet holes.
Hey, if it's anything like Night City, there's bullet holes and everything. Nobody cares.
Yep, it happens. So what is the plan as you're en route?
Trench coats for everybody.
Where are you picking up these trench coats?
I don't know.
We're stopping to shop. You can call your police deal. I'm ready to do what we got to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, I guess I'm putting my normal everyday wear on, which is concealed bookie weave suit.
So you're changing in the back of the van?
Yeah.
While it's driving?
I mean, it's not like I can wear a full suit of body armor. Plus,
It's a bad choice, but it's an option.
Yeah.
I mean, you're pretty sure they'd see a guy in riot gear and shoot him straight up.
Yeah. No, my plasteel carapace.
Okay, so is anybody doing anything, calling in any favors while you're driving?
Well, what about that hint for the opposite side from where we're entering?
Yeah,
to the cops?
everybody's good with that. So
okay,
yeah,
so I'll do that.
That's the only one going on.
Okay, so exactly what are you telling the cops? You're calling in a favor. You're saying, hey, what?
Shit.
How much are you telling them? What are you not telling them is my question.
Well, I'll basically just say that, crap. Make me think when it's 85 degrees in my house. What is wrong with you?
85, that's comfortable temperature. Nothing wrong with that.
Not for my fat Chicago ass. Oh, sorry, it's 83 now because he charged it. But I'll just say that there. I don't know.
You're the one tipping off the cops. I need to know what kind of response is going to be showing up for your tip. Are you saying there's a mugger, or are you saying there's a date rapist, or are you saying there's a drug deal going on?
I'll say that there's a drug deal going on. And
what kind of deets are you given?
Just a possible drug deal, in the tunnel, and that they, if anything happens, they'll be fleeing towards whatever side that we're not in, the north side, east side, whatever.
Awesome. We can have some drones and some squad cars out there to block off both sides of the tunnels just in case.
Again, it's just a 50-50 thing. I'm not saying, it's just what I heard. Not the most reliable source, so.
Okay, do me a favor. Give me a
charm. Cut what he said, right?
Yeah. Give me a charm or a coercion to help push your aspect of what you're wanting. Because I know what you're wanting, but if you tell a cop there's going to be a drug deal, don't cover up the east entrance, cover up the west entrance. He's going to be like, and why?
Tell them we have a live machine gun.
That's funny. There's an APB out for a group that used a machine gun in a diner.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if you saw, but I flipped a point.
Okay, is that gonna make this roll?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it in there for you.
Why would I just like? That's just which way the drug dealers will be fleeing to versus. Oh shit! I don't know. Fuck it. I'm working on 4 hours of sleep and it's hot in here.
Okay, so it sounds like the way you spin it, The dice say that they're totally going to block off that entrance and tell you thanks for the tip. If it pans out and we get a conviction, there might be like donuts and coffee for you.
As long as it's a raspberry-filled Joey glazed.
Jinteki genetically modified raspberry jam.
They're actually blue.
The color is just the name of the flavor, not the actual color it comes out.
And they turn your tongue blue too.
They'll turn your everything blue. Don't ask.
Your top buddy's like, yeah, well, what kind of time frame we talking about?
I'll give him the times and everything.
Okay.
Like 25 minutes?
Yeah. You know, give or take how long it takes to walk half a mile down a tunnel. Okay. So where you guys parking the car? Or having your driver drive off to as he drops you off at the park. This big, beautiful, like 4-acre park has the freeway monorail towering over it, conveniently painted with LEDs to make it look like the other side of the park. So you don't see the big monumental freeway wall as concrete. It looks like the other side of the park from this point of view, like it's one big biopark.
I would probably say drop and move, and we'll signal.
So where are you having them drop you off? Just the regular parking off where mom and dad drop their kids off to go play at the park? It's like, think Reed Park, you know. You just have him pull up into one of the parking lots, or does he stop on the side of, 22nd and you guys hop out of the vehicle?
Well, we don't want to seem too conspicuous. Oh, it's 82. It feels so much better now.
So parking lot's fine. Whatever's closer to the location.
Or like if there's like a maintenance parking lot for maintenance or something like that.
Okay, so he
by
pulls.
a tunnel there usually is.
Well, in this case, the tunnel, that's why they're picking it. There's like 2 or 3 escape routes in the middle of the tunnel, but everything else is a dead stretch. That's exactly why they picked this place, because it's the place where you don't make shenanigans, because either everybody gets killed or nobody gets killed, because everyone can escape before the cops can get there. It's perfect for these guys. Totally against any advantage you guys have of manpower or weapons or whatnot. Or so they think. Because they're just dealing with fellow drug dealers. So you guys, your driver, he smiles at you guys and says, should I circle the park, sir? Or should I come back at a predetermined time?
I would say stand
by.
Well, I would circle around, but don't be more than like 30 seconds away.
All right, you got it. And he, as you guys jump out, hits the closed doors buttons and quietly pulls away and drives off and starts circling like the same cul-de-sac near the entrance. So that way he's within 30 seconds of coming right back in. You guys see it's late at night, but there's still like couples on the lit up benches. There's folks doing some kind of like LARP in the middle of the park, far, far away, with their cool holographic, weapons and armor. There's, some folks doing little photo shoots out in the trees, showing, look at us in nature. Even though it's late at night, the park is wide open for everybody. And you see about a good, 400 or 500 feet away, there is the entrance to the tunnel. You see, 4 or 5 people just hanging out, meandering at the entrance. Looks like a couple making out. A dude totally just sitting there vaping. And then the 4 conspicuous folks.
At the entrance?
Yep, at the entrance. 4 conspicuous folks try to pat themselves down and ruffle up their street clothes to look normal-ish. So what do each of you look like to a casual observer as you're walking into the park?
Well, if they're expecting drug people, they're expecting people to be, somewhat protected and stuff. So, but I don't remember what the light body armor looks like, but I would have that instead of the riot gear, so it's not police looking. And a stick on the hip.
So you've got your ugly stick swinging on your hip?
Yeah, baton. I mean, no druggie's going to go completely unarmed. Just no heavy weapons or ranged weapons. At least on me.
Okay.
I look just like my picture. Is just me in a black trench coat.
That was pretty much the same, yeah.
We're the muscle, obviously. Ancient?
I am wearing light body armor, and I have 2 hitting guns.
Yeah, because my personal is the Bucky weave or
same,
or the a vacuum sealed suit that I was wearing during the last combat.
Hey, it's good for space combat.
Oh, it's also good for chemicals and shit. But yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, that I changed into my normal.
Okay. And as you guys go walking up, what are you doing? 4 of you walking up all action movie star style. Don't want to look back in case there's an explosion. You guys splitting up in a smaller
like
group?
we're there for a meeting.
Okay. So you guys are walking together as a group?
Well, we don't
they know we're coming,
do we have Well, the question is, do we have a set of plans so we know where those other exits, like the maintenance tunnels?
Yeah, you guys totally had access to that. Your hacker friend totally pulled those up for you. At the half-mile markers, there happens to be a north and a south access tube that basically is used to go to the surface of the freeway or its various levels, or goes straight down. There's both a lift and a basically runged maintenance tunnel there.
No, so it's a ladder or a lift.
Yeah,
okay.
Basically it's an emergency evacuation lift. So that way, if say there was a tunnel or a shootout or something, people can get in there and evacuate themselves to the freeway bus stop, basically up there.
So even if it is an escape route, it's not a quick escape route. Okay. Because if you got to climb a ladder, that's just not fast. Period.
Well, unless you have a climbing kit, you click on it and you just zip down. It could totally be, modified to be quick. There is a lift, a elevator, just not the fastest thing ever.
Yeah. Oh well.
And our hacker friend knows from experience that this lift is on a hardened, unconnected circuit, except for an alarm that'll trip when someone uses it. There's no actual way to remote control it because that would be what terrorists would do.
Not wrong. Also, what well-meaning citizens would do. I could be a well-meaning citizen. You don't know I'm not. I'm not, but you don't know that.
Okay, so you guys are.
We're keeping drugs and gangs off the streets.
There's the cool theme music of some kids playing their music in the background that totally accentuates the awesomeness of you guys walking through the park there.
Of course.
Interesting music.
That's funny. Yeah. So just walking, like I said, not like on top of each other, but slightly spread out.
Fly casually.
Now
I will be in the back of the group.
Now, when you say slightly spread out, what are we talking? We talking 10 feet apart? We talking like side by side? What are we talking about?
Far enough, a grenade's not going to take 4 of us out. Far enough that a grenade's not going to take 4 of us out.
I mean, so that means what, 15 feet spaced apart?
Well, that would be a military file, but yeah.
Well, when you say slightly spaced apart so grenade can't take you out, that's exactly what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys tell me how it looks when you're walking up. The couple making out is continuing to make
around
out.
5 feet between us, because you have to be beside each other to hit with the grenade. So 5 feet apart.
Okay, so you're acting like a group of people
grenade
who
takes out one. Yeah.
That aren't really talking to each other and just walking.
I could talk to people 5 feet away from me while I'm walking.
But are you? I'm asking, is as a casual observer walking, you come to the tunnel. What do you guys, are you like talking shit to each other, hand gesturing, being cool with each other? Or are you just like single file military walking straight? What's it look like to someone watch?
It would be, it wouldn't be single file, but.
That's
just
what
like
I'm asking.
side by side through
you
the
guys
park,
tell me.
heading
staggered.
Okay.
Just talking, well, just like not staggered, but just kind of like, globular.
A group walking in line, not straight line, but side to side.
Okay.
So you can talk and look at each other. So
just bullshitting.
Okay, you see the one dude vaping. He's got his goggles on. Obviously, he's web surfing. Yeah, you see the couple making out as you guys start walking in the tunnel, and you hear that little shift in sound as you walk in the tunnel, and the city sound is like instantly left behind. There's some kind of sound spoofing system going on out there, so you just hear the echoes of footprints and the noise people are making. Every 60, 70 feet, you see one or two people like sitting down, squatting against the wall, doing something. Most of them look to be like deckers doing some decking, because that's what you do when you're a teenager that has no home. You go to the park and use the free Wi-Fi. Are you guys doing anything? Or are you just walking into the death trap on...
Well,
I mean, we're looking for people that we're supposed to be meeting.
Well, I mean...
Well, you got a half mile to go to the meeting site, so, I mean, what exactly are you looking for if you're doing a perception or a vigilance, wink, wink, nudge, nudge?
Jeez. Wires going across, piles of garbage.
Believe it or not,
be...
they have drones that come through here and clean this thing out like every other hour.
Oh, okay.
So what I'm asking,
looking
guys,
for anything out of place.
I know we're getting like a slow start to things, but are you checking out any of the people that are standing out in the open?
Yeah.
Are you?
I mean, we're obviously looking at people.
What are you? Are you looking for somebody with guns? You looking for someone with gang signs?
Anybody that's eyeballing us as we're heading there.
Oh yeah.
Anybody acting suspicious?
Okay, somebody give me a vigilance check.
Oh, what's my vigilance?
I mean, that's what I'm asking is, what are you guys, conspicuous of, or are you guys just into your own heads right now as a group, walking in, open to the possibility of booby trap?
2 yellows.
Anybody or anything that's looking and paying too much attention.
Okay.
So I have 3 green on my vigilance. So
I got
whoever.
2 yellow and a green. Anybody beat that? Take that as a no.
That sounded like a no. I got you people ready. Okay, with your vigilance check, you clearly know the dude that's leaning against the one side vaping with his goggles. He is eyeballing people, so whatever those goggles are, they're just keeping people from seeing his eyes of what he's looking at, but his head motions and body language is telling you he's checking people out. Because he's methodically going, sweeping the horizon, looking at things that when a new person comes up, he'll stare in that general direction for a few moments. And not too far from where you guys were dropped off, you notice there's 2 younger, thuggish-looking types on hopper bikes that are totally sitting there conspicuous gangster style, trying to just kill time on their bikes, and you clearly saw that they had some slightly concealed weapons.
Okay, I will discreetly motion towards those personages.
Okay.
And then when we get further down, I'll mention something.
As one of you guys looks at your chrono, and you realize you have 3 minutes to make it to the meeting.
Keep proceeding.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and you guys just walk down the tunnel. People are doing their things. It's a very sparse tunnel. Nobody's like clumped together. There's only like the occasional, drug user sitting down doing his thing in broad daylight, just waiting for one of the drones to come by and tell him to move. You've got some Decker kids, on their VR kits doing their thing. You guys get, about to the quarter-mile mark. You see there's the access tunnels clearly marked in case of emergency. Break seal. It's got this little fire alarm looking handle that when you pop it, and a little alarm light will go off. Use only in case of emergency, written like 15 different times in different languages, including one in a QR code. You totally see a kid trying to spray paint on the tunnel, but the tunnel's special lining keeps the paint from sticking and just dribbles down the wall. And go ahead and give me another vigilance check as you're walking. Okay, you clearly know that there's a dude about a good 20 feet behind you guys, kind of meandering. Left hand smoking his vape stick, the right hand in his very large trench coat pocket, fingering something. And he's walking in perfect pace with you guys.
Okay.
I will mention it, yeah. Well, I mean, there's 4 of us walking in a group, so he either is following us or can't figure out if he wants to pass us or not.
That's with your vigilance, with the success and 2 advantage, you're pretty sure he's following you.
Yeah.
There's very little subtlety that you missed. That when you guys stop for a half second to look at each other, he stops and looks up in the wall and does that. Ooh, I'm just staring at the blank white wall because it's so interesting.
Do we just want to? Do we want to just invite him over?
Why not?
I mean, it's what's to be expected if you're going to meet somebody for a deal. I mean,
we could just be like, "Hey, buddy, do you feel lonely? Do you want to come over?"
Wow. I mean, that type of thing does happen at the park.
We just adopted.
I mean.
Hey, didn't we do that in the tower?
Yeah, exactly. We need another one.
Well, I'm referring more of the, hey, do you want to join us? Of the, he's looking for a hot date.
Yeah, which we know he's not, so.
So what are you guys just powering through and ignoring him?
I expect to be tailed going to a meeting. I mean,
yeah.
You guys go walking a little bit further. It gets a little more sparse. It's a little more distance between people because it's all the way in the tunnel. Where, at this point, our Decker in the group is realizing the net connection gets kind of fuzzy. And then, a little before where you're supposed to be meeting, you clearly see up ahead there's 2 dudes standing there talking to each other. They've got their backs to each side, so they're looking face to face. They've got their backs to the entrances of the tunnel, so one is looking where you're coming from, but he's got his back to the other tunnel. And they're talking very intently back and forth, and they've got a earbud showing on each of them. You can clearly see from this distance. And you notice that immediately when you're getting closer to them, the net connection drops here. And you're seeing like emergency escape tunnel up ahead in 200 feet. And as you guys come walking up, the two guys kind of like immediately break off their conversation and start walking straight towards you guys, making eye contact.
Okay.
I'll wink.
Okay. So
Just winking.
Is that going to be a you have something in your eye, or you want to roll a charm roll?
No, just winking.
Okay. So
not trying to do anything. Just
the two guys look at each other and look at you, and they totally do the classic pull up their shirts and flash that they have pistols, and they're totally looking to see what your reaction is.
nothing.
They're about a good 10 feet away, and then they say, "Are you here for the trade?"
What's the password?
As we stop to converse,
I'm asking them what
the
the
stop
password.
and turn to eyeball the guy behind us, just so he knows I know he's there.
Okay, you eyeball him, and conveniently he stopped and did the very conspicuous, puts his back against the wall and puts one foot up against the wall of, "You don't notice me while I'm vaping."
I would like to wave my hand at him and then turn around back to the meeting.
Wave your hand at the two guys that are like, flashing the pistols to you.
No, they're doing the back pretending to vape.
Well, how about somebody that talks engage the guys in front of us and answer their question?
Dude, I got
I
two
think
presents.
somebody
Don't
else
look at
is
me.
a talky person more than me.
Yeah, the talky person ain't here.
Yeah.
As they respond to the "what's the password," and they just look at you and say, "You fools got the money? Let me see the credits."
That's not a password.
And they
I
just
guess
look
I'll
at
walk
each
up.
It's like, do you
They
believe
look at
these
each other
guys?
annoyed.
I guess I'll walk up to them and be like, "Do you have what we want first?"
"Oh, we have what you want, but we need to see proof that you can afford to pay it."
I will pull out a cred stick.
Okay, and they look at each other and they nod when you whip out your cred stick, as they say, "Okay, keep that close." And the guy on the left looks at the guy to his side and says, "Okay, scan him for weapons." And he like totally reaches back behind his belt and pulls out a weapon scanner. It's a classic metal detector wand style weapon scanner. And he just gestures for one of you to stick your arms up so he can wave the scanner on you.
I'm gonna look to Baton Boy.
Yeah, that's not happening.
And you say that, and he looks at you and says, "Well, then only one of you's going for the trade with that cred stick, and they have to be unarmed because we were told that's what you agreed to on the call."
Yeah, but you're armed, so why the hell shouldn't we be armed?
"I'm not going to the deal. I'm the one that makes sure that fools with guns don't start shooting places up they shouldn't be shooting up."
Okay, so I am going to do the Pirates of the Caribbean thing, okay? I'm going to go into my pocket and take out a gun, and I'm going to hand it to one of my fellow allies. And then I'm going to go back and get my second gun, take it out, and give it to my other fellow.
And the guy with the weapon scanner like smirks like, see, I told you these assholes would try something.
If we wanted to kill you, we would have already started shooting. Let's go. And I hold up my hand and scan me.
This isn't about killing. This is about business. And the guy totally does the weapon scanner on you. And is there anything he's going to detect with that?
Unless his scanner's like, ooh, light body armor bad, it should be good.
Okay, anything with gunpowder, explosives, or a power source. Stronger than your data pad.
Nah, it should be all good. Wait, does an icebreaker count?
No, that's basically
Okay.
equivalent of a data pad.
Then yeah, I'm good. I have nothing on there that was.
So he wands you, and basically the two guys look at the rest of you jokers and nod for you, and then points to the guy that's behind you and says he'll take you the rest of the way. And Joe Cool there with his vape stick, totally has this little holographic label on the vape stick, finishes his vaping and puts it in his lapel pocket, and totally walks over and does this quick flash of his coat to show you he's got no guns, no weapons. He's got mild light body armor weaved into his clothes, but when he flashes the coat, it doesn't seem to be any knives or guns or anything like that. And he reaches down to his ankle and pulls out a little holdout stunner and hands that to one of his buddies. And he just looks at you, snaps his fingers, and points down the hallway and says, "Let's go."
Well, he's not going by himself, so I'll step forward.
And the guy with the weapon scanner says, "If there's two, I gotta scan you."
That's fine.
And immediately his weapon scanner goes boop on your stun stick.
It's a stick, dude. You expect me to go without? You're afraid of a stick? I have no guns. You don't expect us to be stupid. Go in there with nothing. And I start moving forward.
And the guy sticks his arm up and he's like, "Nope, no weapons. That was the deal. You made the deal. Don't be
really
coming back on us."
A stick? You're afraid of a stick?
And the guy's like, "It's got a power source. It's a stick. I had a cousin killed by a pencil."
Exactly.
Oh no, they found John Wick. Shit.
That's fine. I'll toss it back. Does the power gauntlet, I assume, also have enough power that's going to detect?
It does have enough power that it goes beep.
It's gloves, dude.
And he looks at he's like, "That glove's running a lot of voltage." And if we're talking
it takes
power,
a lot to work these arthritic hands.
And if it's a power gauntlet, that's a pretty intense piece of weaponry. It's got little pistons and shit on it. It's made for crushing stone.
Can we just hold these guys up and force them to take us?
You can try. That is an option.
Problem is, the guy, wherever he is, will take off and be gone before we can do anything. Now, if you want to jump them once we get there. So, and the gauntlet.
Okay. And he looks back at his partner as you take off the freaking power gauntlet. He's like, "Just a stick. Yeah, I think this is some bogus shit."
Yeah, if you guys are afraid of a frickin' stun baton, whatever.
I'm just gonna start walking forward.
I mean, so I go.
And the guy totally gestures for you to stop if you're gonna walk forward. He's like, hey.
Why? I gave the stun baton and gauntlets to my crew.
Okay, no, I'm talking about your partner who just said he's walking forward alone.
Oh.
He wasn't directing that at you. So once you guys have actually disarmed, is there anything else his weapon scanner is going to pick up on you?
No.
Okay. As he scans you one extra time just in case. As the guy behind you guys slowly starts walking up, and he totally pulls something out of his pocket. It's kind of small. It's some kind of communication device, and he kind of like brings it up to his lips, and he talks into it real quick, and you hear a little audible chirp chirp, and he puts it back in his pocket with his hand still on it, and he gestures towards you two and says, "You two, follow me, shut up, do what you're told. I don't know why you're griefing my boys." So you're the bag man, and you've got the cash, right?
I nod.
Okay, let's go. And he basically starts walking, you know, waiting for you guys to get in step behind him, but starts walking. And he starts to do a little basic chit chat, asking about how the weather is. And, you know, so which crew are you going to be taking this to, if you don't mind me asking?
He said, "Shut up and follow." We're following.
Okay, then he's like, "Good job, you take directions." And then he just gets silent and starts walking, and you hear this chirping coming from his pocket. It's this very electronic, chirpy sound. It would almost sound like a handheld walkie-talkie to folks who deal in antique technology. That's right, the net's not working, but walkie-talkies work just fine in this tunnel. And he walks you guys forward, and you clearly see where there's a few people meandering up there. Guy comes running up. It looks like he's jogging. Totally has that courier look, you know, that neoprene clothing with the gloves and the parkour pants. As he comes up and stops to readjust his Velcro on his legs and shin guards and stuff. As you see, he's got a courier's pouch on his back. And your escort reaches into his pocket, pulls out the walkie-talkie and chirps. And the courier guy totally touches an earbud he's got in his ear that you're seeing from you know, good, you know, 20 feet ahead. You see your friends are back talking with the Goombas. And another guy who's sitting there decking, even though you're net runner of the group, will totally tell you he probably has no signal, so he's playing an offline game only. Totally pulls his goggles off really quick and abruptly gets up to his feet. And snaps his finger at the courier, and the courier gets behind him. And he basically steps up. Your escort walks up. They exchange a quick, fancy handshake. And he says, "That's the one with the cash. That's the one that's going to be the bagman." And the guy looks very disheveled. He had his Decker kit on, but you can see he's got a little blood in his lapel of his shirt. You know, his clothes are wrinkled. He looks like he's had a really rough night. And he looks at you guys and has this big smile until he does the Han Solo pose of, "Hey, so we're gonna make a quick trade and everybody goes home happy tonight, right?"
That's the game plan.
All right. So who's got the cash? And he looks directly at the person who said they have the cash. Anshin?
I flash the cred stick.
You flash the cred stick. He reaches down and grabs his data pad and puts a hand out to check your stick.
I'll hand it over.
Okay, you hand over the data stick. He pulls his little deck out and plugs it in, and he nods to your escort, who gets on his little walkie-talkie and squawks and whispers some things in if we need a 30-second window. Click. And as soon as that is said, the net hums for those of you that can feel it being there, Mr. BMI. As his little deck lights up, you see the little online flicky button kick on. As he plugs your data stick in there, and he's going to check to see if it's got the cash he's looking for.
Did we bring the cash he was looking for?
I sure hope he did. I had that cred stick in my inventory.
I was going to say, hope so.
Like, it does say in my inventory I have the cred stick, so I believe I have the cash on it.
as he looks at you and says, "What's the access code for the cred stick?"
One, 2, 4, 5.
1, 2,
And
3.
And is that the actual number?
That's the code I use for my luggage.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
So
not
you
a bad
give him-
code.
You give him the number, and he types it in, and all of a sudden, the total amount of creds on the stick pop up. And what is that amount?
Engine.
I like how he's dead silent.
1
Is there
second, I'm
this-
looking.
There's this tense moment when he's expecting like a couple million credits to be popping up on the screen, and you guys are both sweating as the real number is slowly growing from a 0, wheeling up like it's Wheel of Fortune, or Price
To
is Right.
5. To 5 whole credits.
Survey says.
I'm guessing it doesn't have millions of credits. I don't know that we knew it was going to be that much, but hey.
Survey says 5,000.
5,000 credits. And he looks at you with this like lazy face look of, this is a joke, right? Is this like the first cred stick? Are we paying multiple payments here? Which totally is a thing, by the way. He's paying in smaller denominations, so transfers are less noticeable. And he puts his hand out for the next stick.
Next stick. 2,000.
One of you guys give me a vigilance check. One of you two.
What do you
Alright. I have 3 greens, so.
Yeah, that's better than me. I only have 2 and an advantage.
Yeah. Alright. Let's see.
Oh, look at you using those points. I'm liking it. Spend those story points.
Yeah, flip
gotcha.
one back. I'm going to use my racial ability.
Oh, look at you being scared, taking them away.
Alright.
Okay.
We're all
Pool
flat
ready?
humans. We could empty that pool half the time.
Okay. So, got it ready for you.
Alright.
Okay, with your 4
Holy shit.
successes,
Damn.
you clearly know that these
Wait,
guys.
What's going on with
Wait
that pool?
a second.
That's a wrong dice pool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah,
have
you're
3
absolutely
green
right.
with
There's,
an upgrade,
there's
so
3
you
yellows
have a whole
that
bunch of
should not
something in
be
there.
Yeah, let me get those 3 yellows out. Go ahead and roll that again.
I mean,
I had 3 yellows from my previous roll where I was checking. You guys were being checked out.
I'll take the roll, but that's not my roll.
Okay. You kind of notice the dude as he's waiting for the next data stick, kind of gives a glance to his compatriots, but you don't really pick up much. He looks over at the courier dude who's tying his Velcro. He looked over at the guy who escorted you down here, whose, hand may or may not be squeezing the radio at this very moment. As what would you like for your advantage?
Maybe remember how much we need to give.
What's that?
Remember how much we need to give, because I have no idea. It's not in my notes or anything how much we have to pay them.
Yeah, we never asked.
You basically
don't
agreed to the
remember.
pre-agreed price that was agreed upon for the trade. Nobody
Yeah, I
continued the
don't remember.
conversation to get the actual number. You just remember the
Yeah.
number 2 was mentioned.
Yeah, I don't remember what we had done to set up, or if we got money from the corp, or
You did
any of
not.
that, because that was a long time ago. So I don't know. Environmental factor. How many people are there, anyways? In here?
It looks like there's 2 or 3 civilians meandering back and forth, and they're kind of giving you guys your weird gathering a look, but they're not, getting too busy in your business. There's the guy who
Right, but
escorted
that we're
you,
dealing with, yeah.
the guy that's making the deal, obviously you're getting the idea he's the. You're really, really sure. You think that he's the guy who escaped from the gang hangout that you raided, and the courier dude who now has. You'd think he's got his back to you, but it looks more like he's ready to run in the opposite direction of you guys in a moment's notice. Because he's got his courier street gear on, basically looks like rollerblade gear. So that way he can parkour and not, get hit by a car.
Yeah, so he's the guy with the package. Okay.
He might be the guy with the package. You're not quite sure, but that's what you think with that vigilance roll.
Okay.
And so what would you like for that one little advantage?
I guess I had one strain. I'll take it back. Probably going to need it.
Okay. So he puts his hand out and he's just like snaps his fingers at you for your next payment stick. He's like, come on, we don't need to be hanging out here all day. As like a couple walks by you guys and gives you guys this sus look of like, oh, what's going on over here?
3,000, and I'm now out of money.
And he plugs it in, and you see the total roll up as he's holding the other stick in his other hand. Of what are we talking? 5,000 is the total. And he reaches his hand out again.
No, the first stick was 5, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Anshin, what's the total?
The total should be 10.
Okay, he snaps his finger out and he says, how many more sticks you got in your pocket, dude? He's looking a little annoyed.
A woman never tells.
I'm a man.
Do you want to get shot or not?
I will look over to my compatriot and nudge them because I am out of money.
Okay, and as you do that, give me... I'm going to call you out on this. Give me a deception check. See how bad this is going as you're like picking your pockets. Oh, look, somebody's using an upgrade. I like that.
I thought we had the money, so I don't know what was our plan on this because I thought somebody had money, but like I said, been a while.
Yeah, probably Evan.
Yeah, he is the one dating a celebrity.
Yeah.
So I take it we're fighting our way then. All right.
I was totally hoping to stall and see if he just like appeared out of nowhere and said, I'm here with my black company card. It's unlimited.
Anshin, how much money is on that cred stick?
It was 5,000, and then I gave him 5,000 of my own money.
Oof.
So I am completely out unless he wants 636 credits.
Here's my pocket change in my wallet.
Yeah, so are you ready?
Yep.
Deception, right?
Yep.
Wow.
And what would you like for those 2 advantages? I mean, that's a good suggestion for the goods, if you get the goods.
A black on the boss, dude.
A black on the boss, dude. Okay. So as soon as he basically engages in some small talk, and you look at your partner and say, "You got any more money?" And you guys exchange this awkward set of looks that totally tells folks the jig is up, that this is not legit, because usually it would just be a, here's the data stick, take the cash, let's get the fuck out of here before the cops show up. And you guys are wanting to have this prolonged little repartee. He looks over at the courier and nods, his head really low, looking at him eye to eye, like somebody looking, over the rim of their glasses. And the courier is totally gonna start running. He just bolts, bounces into a person, quickly, and he is running.
As soon as he bolts, I'm grabbing him.
Well, he was never in engaged range. He was always in short range to you.
Okay, well,
Can
Could I
Is he
grab the
going
boss?
towards or away from us?
He is moving in the direction away from you guys.
Aw.
Can we see him?
Can you see about 600 feet down a tunnel?
Technically, yes, if it's lit.
You can see things are happening, and one jogger who is amongst different joggers is running away in full stride.
Well, so not well enough. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Can I do a perception check to see if I can tell what's kind of happening? I mean, 200 yards is kind of far, but still possible.
Okay, so how about first we get an initiative roll?
I'm guessing it's vigilance.
It is definitely going to be vigilance because you weren't expecting the guy to bolt like this.
No, I was, but I was under the impression we had the cash, but like I said, been a while, so I thought we were coming in and just paying it. Didn't realize we were gonna be. Otherwise, would have done probably different things. But
I was pretty sure we knew we were gonna have to take it by force.
I was assuming y'all were going to come in hot and heavy and just raid the place like you did the diner, but that's just from previous examples.
Improvise, adapt, overcome.
That is not a.
That courier got oofed.
Yeah. That's a funny roll.
Yeah, why did his vigilance roll have negative stuff on it? Because he had negative stuff on his thing. We'll go ahead and get rid of that one.
I mean, you're just not going to take the 2 advantage? Oh.
That's still just 2 success.
Yeah. That, but it also means he goes second.
He's probably going to be like, you get a maneuver, you get a maneuver. Everybody gets a maneuver.
Completely forgetting. Well, 80s.
Otherwise, I would have bullied to keep my baton.
Well, the weapons thing was a no-go. That would have been an immediate, they quit the sale if you come with weapons, so.
Well, it's really a baton, a weapon. I mean, it's just...
Yeah, technically, it's a club.
Just tell every person who's been beaten by a nightstick it's just a club.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is electrical.
Police
just
fatality.
a little bit.
Police fatality.
I love how you upgrade that to it's just electrified.
Yeah, just stuns you a little bit. It's not like it's hurting anybody.
Yeah, tell that to the people that have tasered themselves. Testing out a taser.
Yep.
Yeah,
electricity.
It's not just a club, all right. It tases you at the same time too.
Minor details. I mean, they got guns and shit. Like, they should be really worried about a fucking baton.
Who says
Anyway,
they have guns? Nobody that's standing here in
Oh,
front
I'm
of
sure
you
they
has any
do.
weapons.
Well, the 2 in front do. All right.
But also, given your stat line, they should be scared of a club, actually.
I was going to say, the 2 guys in front of you do not have firearms.
No, I know, but the ones behind do. No, I'm not a buff dude. My stuff's all agility attack.
Okay, so at this moment, with your abysmal deception roll, the jig is up. You guys, your body language gives away that you are not some street thugs looking to say, hey, let's just make the fucking deal and get the hell out of here. And then all of a sudden he gives the courier the look, who's already at short range with you guys, and the guy immediately bolts. And he's going to use his maneuver and his action to get some distance. So he went from short to now long range.
So not part of initiative,
what?
but okay.
I got this. I can actually chase. because I have parkour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run after the courier with my movement.
So you get into medium range.
Yeah. And then after that, I am going to use my action to move again.
Okay, so you're in short range.
Yep, and then I'm going to use parkour. So once per round, I may suffer 1 strain to use this talent to move any location within short range. This includes locations that are vertically distant or have no easy access route, but there may be an object to move across the path.
Is that talent a maneuver?
I believe it is.
Yeah, it takes one of your maneuvers. Yeah. It just allows you to go over stuff without...
Yeah, you can ignore terrain,
maybe when I copy,
and you can ignore elevation. Because I'm pretty sure, like when Evan had it, it was a maneuver.
Yeah, it allows you to not have to go around the table. You go over the table.
Yep, you ignore any difficult terrain or elevation, and you do the Spider-Man thing. It doesn't give you a third maneuver. However, when you upgrade it, you can go medium distances, which is superb for going a medium and then doing an action as a maneuver to go an additional distance.
Yeah.
That's why couriers make great chase scene people. So you basically are running after the courier full on using your maneuver and your action to get within short distance of him. You know, you got that, you're 15 feet away and you're gripping your hand at the air trying to grab at him.
Oh, and is the Wi-Fi or whatnot turned on?
The Wi-Fi is still turned on as the guy's trying to...
I will yell at my partner here to be like, call and tell the others as I just take off.
As the dude looks at him...
Well, you're yelling, so I'm sure they heard some yelling echoing down the hall. It's like the gig's up.
Well, just in case they don't, right? Like, I'm just trying to cover our bases.
And the dude looks at he smiles as the courier takes off, and then all of a sudden your buddy flashes past him to chase, and he's just like, oh shit. So...
but yeah, that'll be the end of my turn.
That's the first turn. Who's going next?
So what do I got left in front of me here?
You've got the dude with the radio in his pocket who escorted you down here, and the dude that seems to be in charge.
Alright. I'll punch the guy that's with the radio, I guess.
Punching the guy with the radio. Interesting you pick that one.
Yep. And I guess I'll use... So I don't have bare fist loaded, so I'll just use my power gauntlet, which is the same dice pool.
Just remove the extra damage?
Yeah. So, dose purple, I suppose.
It would just be a brawl combat roll.
Oh,
right, which is what the gauntlet is.
Yeah. Yeah, but you can go to skills and brawl. Yeah.
Okay, so you go step up to the guy and swing on him?
Yep. What the heck?
Nice.
So it's going to be a base of 2 with my brawn, plus 3, so 5.
5 before soak. Okay. As I grab a pencil and paper to write that down real quick. I'll just put it on the character sheet. 2, 3. Okay, you punch the guy. And the guy in charge, he's just like, one dude takes off, another dude punches his buddy. He looks... let me see which one would be better off with stopping somebody. He's saying not it. They both kind of suck in this regard. As he looks at the
So, let me look.
at walkie-talkie guy and says, "Deal with this fool and get back to the car." And he's gonna take 2 strain to catch up with Aikido, and is gonna try to tackle him.
Okay. Actually, I guess so. It just I was just double checking. Finesse, when making a brawl or melee light check, your character may use agility instead of brawn. So does that include the damage or just the attack?
It includes damage.
Yeah.
Okay, so
damage is based on number of successes.
Okay, so then, because of the roll, so not the base modifier though. No.
Yeah.
Hello.
Never mind. We're good.
Okay. So the guy you believe is the leader is going to turn around. He's taking 2 strain, and he's running up behind Aikido.
To tackle me?
To tackle you, yep. Sorry, I got to put the strain on his sheet. Okay, what is your brawl?
My brawn, it is 2. Oh, brawl?
Brawl, yep.
My brawl is also 2 green. And
2 green.
One advantage from me, so I believe that will be something against him. Wait, I just used a story point.
So that would be a... Oh, you did use a story point. Go ahead and give me back my story point.
There you go.
Also, I do believe also gave him a black earlier, because he was the supposed leader.
Yep.
And do you have any defense?
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I said that earlier.
No, I'm talking to my daughter, sorry.
What defense do you have? Are we talking armor?
Yeah, 1 second, I'm just looking.
Because remember, you're not wearing defense. Cool armor. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool, as they say. As he's coming around to tackle your ass to let his guy get away, because that is his goal. Alright, as he runs up and tries to tackle you, he has 2 threats. We're going to go ahead and go with 2 strain. Crank that strain up.
Hey, did you ever give us our point back when I said I was using my racial trait?
Yes,
okay.
I did. Okay, so he tried to tackle you, Aikido, and he failed. He was totally going to buy his courier at the time he needs to escape. As the courier kind of looks back at the 2 of you and he's like...
He went for the tackle, but failed. It happens.
Yep. Okay, and the other dude is gonna apparently... He's gonna sweep the leg. He's gonna try to trip your buddy here. He's just gonna try to knock you over. Get the fuck out of here. Obviously, this drug deal exchange has not gone well, and he doesn't like the idea of being hassled by these fakers. So, what is your brawl?
You talking to David?
Yep. David, you there?
Oh, me. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
The guy you just punched is going to try to knock you over and run.
All right. Brawl is 2 yellow, 2 green.
This is going to suck for him. And do you have any defense that's based on what you're currently wearing?
I have 1 defense.
And is that from a talent or?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, guys, we're all humans. We can take those points back.
Yeah, my armor doesn't add defense, just so.
As he totally tries to knock you over with the intention of running away. Wow, he only got a clean wash. As I
don't think that dice pool's correct.
No, he said he's got 2 yellow, 2 green.
Oh, Jesus.
That's what David said his brawl is. Because he's just going for the brawl against brawl to knock him over, not to do damage. Okay, so he tries
because he's using
it's an opposed check.
agility instead. Yeah.
Yeah. He tries to shove you, and you just like half step back and miss it. And the guy looks at you, and he's just like, "Ah, shit." And
Keto his ass and shift aside and.
And he's gonna go ahead and double move away from you, and start running as well. He's like, "Oh shit. You did this total, martial arts avoidance," and he's just like, "I am not up to this caliber of combat. I need my submachine gun that's back at the car." And he turns around and he's going to go ahead and take 2 strain and double move. 2 strain. Let's fix his strain because I've been going numbered down. There we go. Okay. And let me fix his wounds. So basically, both of these guys have left you standing there, and you swung, you hit him, he tried to push you down, and nothing. Who's going next?
Can we see what's happening?
If you would like to give me a perception check and succeed, I would be able to allow you to make out what's happening way down that fucking tunnel.
Okie dokie.
The dice pool will tell us. Is that what you're doing for your action?
The guys that are with us aren't reacting in any way?
They have not gotten the word yet. As soon as
I don't see shit.
That's not the dice
not a
pool.
correct roll.
That totally is not ready for you to roll the dice, by the way.
Thank God.
Because I was going to ask, is there anything to help enhance your optics?
Mm-mm.
Okay, go ahead and give me your perception check. Okay.
I see everything.
Keenly, your keen eyes look down the tunnel as you look over the guy's shoulder, and you can clearly see that Akito went running down after somebody chasing them, and a swing was made by your partner, and the other person that he swung on is now running away. So things seem to be going poorly down the end of the tunnel. And what would you like for that triumph?
I am going to message the cops that we have a squirter. It means somebody that's running away.
So you're whipping out your data pad to make a phone call?
It's a little text message.
You're whipping out your data pad to make a text message?
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, I mean...
For your advantage, I'll totally let you... for your triumph, I'll totally let you do that. And the guys don't even notice what's going on because you did not gesture. Oh shit, the shit has hit the fan.
I'm just going to pull it out and go, we got a squirter. Because it's going to take them, even full speed, a couple minutes to do a half mile.
True. You ain't wrong there.
On rollerblades, maybe a minute at least. But if they were, prepping already, so...
Okay. So...
just,
The guys standing in front of you are just like shooting the shit at this point. They're just like, so,
I'm not gonna do it.
Get that recipe. You guys gonna have that product available for purchase?
Oh yeah, pretty quickly. We've already got a place set up to grow it out.
Cool. Any chance that you got a finder's fee for sending clientele your direction? Because we kind of know some of the folks that tried some free tastes and definitely want to get some more.
Yeah, you know what? Here, let me give you my contact information. And I gesture for his pad.
And the guy, first he's just like gives you an air of suspicion, then he totally hands you his pad.
Okay. So first things first. Cracks knuckles. First things first. I'm gonna go ahead and put in my contact information. I'm gonna use one of my dummy accounts.
Okay. You have many extra, Hotmail accounts.
Of course. Actually, it's MSN. Always MSN.
It's not Yahoo?
Not Yahoo. That's too reputable.
Okay, the guy kind of looks around at some of the people walking by. He's like, "This is cool. I'm gonna make some money on the sly. My boss don't need to know."
Yeah, and then I'm gonna real quick just interface with it with my BMI and download everything on it.
Okay, give me a computers check.
Sure.
And you know what? I'll totally do that because this way
Okay,
it actually might have interest.
While you're at it, you can also just give me a point back too. Seeing as I'm human and all.
There you go. You cash it in.
All right. This is gonna be sysops or hacking. Doesn't make a difference.
This is gonna be hacking. I'm like, I think you have the same pool for both.
Like it is in fact 3 yellow, 2 green for both. Ready?
Yep.
What? What in the world?
What?
Wow.
Insane!
As all of a sudden you realize this dude must have like the top of the line anti-hacking software. As all of a sudden this 8-bit little emoji comes up and goes,
There was literally a security update sent out between the last time I pulled out my pad and now.
In the last 5 minutes.
In the last 5 minutes, Google pushed a fucking security update.
Or cloud source or whatever that,
But as soon as the net came back in this tunnel, it updated the security options automatically. So, you try to hack into his data pad, and it's either he's got so much garbage in it, or it's just not hackable. Maybe he hasn't updated his OS in so long that it's just not communicating with your BMI.
In that case, in the process of doing that, could I possibly spend those advantage to... I happen to glance and see the contact of Big Boss Man?
You know what? For 3 advantage, I will definitely give you that, which still leaves 3 advantage.
Mm-hmm.
So you basically have his contact information.
Alright. And I'll do that, and I will use the other 3 to make it seem like all I did was put in my contact information. Nothing fishy at all.
Nothing to see here. Move along, move along.
And then I'll hand it back to him. Cannot believe I rolled a single success with that dice pool.
Well, you know what it was? You were off edge because the net was gone and it was quiet, and then your BMI went with full bars, and you got all those pop-ups coming up saying announcements.
That looks a lot like some rolls we had when we were trying to put out a fire last weekend.
Yeah. No, you guys never rolled that many advantages.
None of the success.
Did?
Right.
Once.
Yeah, we got a couple decent advantage rolls, but still.
Like, put the sword down.
See, that would be a more realistic roll.
Yeah.
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
Hey,
I know.
Best story point that you guys didn't steal of the day. Just gonna say. Okay, so you hand up the pad and everybody's like, super cool, you're into the tunnel. Nothing special's going on. Nobody's noticed jack shit except your partner who's keeping it cool himself that he's sending a text message saying, we've got a squirter. Top of the order. Aikido is just a few strides away from the courier.
Aikido. Well, make sure that he's no longer a few strides away from the courier.
So what are you doing?
I will use my maneuver to move
Okay, so you're getting right up behind this guy. You have some plan coming. Some poor lady who's pushing a stroller sees the courier running in his courier outfit, which is totally a normal thing because those guys are assholes. They're like food delivery guys. And then this big guy running up behind after him, and she's just like, ah!
And I guess I will try to subdue them.
Now, are we talking just a brawl tackle to knock him down, or you looking to subdue him? You know, what is it we're talking?
Ooh.
Because subduing him would be, brawling him to submission. Tripping him would just be a brawl against brawl.
It's just a runner.
Hey, I'm trying to make it intimidating so he's afraid of trying. It's not like he's a badass combat, expert.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. He doesn't probably have much for brawn. He's just a runner.
I think I'm just going to trip him.
You're just going to trip him?
Yeah. Have him go flat on his face, go poop.
Oh.
And if he gets unlucky, maybe break a teeth.
Okay, so... And you just flipped that point, right?
Yep.
Okay, I've got your upgrade in against his brawl. You just need one success to tackle him to the ground.
Oh my god. Ready?
I'm ready if you're ready.
Holy shit.
As Akito comes up and just boof! And you take him straight to the ground with 4 successes. As this guy's like, get off of me!
Oh my god.
I mean, now the question is, you've got him down on the ground, there's a guy running up behind you. Is there anything you're going to do if you want to take some strain for a second maneuver?
Let's see, I'm just checking my talent to see if I can do anything special. I don't think I can because I have my weapon on me, so...
You're more than just your weapons. You are a weapon. Jinteki Corporation has made sure you have had the best combat training available.
Okay, so here is what I'm going to do, okay? I'm going to take 2 strain to grab the bag, okay?
Okay, so as a maneuver, you're going to try to rip the bag off of him?
Yeah.
Okay, so it is secure on him, but you can definitely grab it. Because ripping it off him is going to be more than just a maneuver. There's a reason why purse snatchers have to work to get those purses. That's an action to rip the purse and then maneuvers to run away. So you've got a hand grip on that. There's a handy dandy strap for grabbing, and you've got your hand on that. And the guy looks back at you with big eyes on the ground. His knee pads, thankfully, braced his fall. So who's going next?
I'm double moving.
You're double moving, so you're running past the dude who ran? Or getting back to him?
Yeah, because I want to get within short of the other 2.
Okay, so you're getting within short distance of your friend, who just tackled the courier?
Yep. And then, look, you shitbags. Don't think you're going to get away. Doesn't happen like that. Scathing tirade.
And who are you scathing tirading?
2 purple. I'm going to do the guy that's moving to Anshin, the boss-looking dude.
That looks to be the boss?
He is the primary target, yes.
Okay. So I got the 2 purple there for you.
Alrighty.
And we're hoping for extra advantages.
Extra success for more people and extra advantage, but yes. More the merrier of
everything.
Any. Yes, we are. Alright. Or not.
As you double move and then turn and try to talk, and you're so busy going. It just comes out a little cattywampus.
Yeah.
So what would you like for the advantage as the poor lady probably is not helping you as you're trying to be nice and not bowl into her and her baby.
I don't know. I don't know that can apply the listed advantage, but
unfortunately, it didn't affect anybody. But I will give you that, like, the civilians will get the hell out of your way if you'd like.
That
so
works.
You don't have to worry about that in the future. All of a sudden, you run and you throw out the words, and everyone who's not important to the situation listens to your words and gets the hell out of your way.
That'll work.
Not that they're getting out of the bad people's way, but they're getting totally out of your way. Okay, so the runner on the ground. He's gonna try to get himself out of this situation, because that's what he does. So he is gonna use his let's see, cat-like agility, Okay, he's gonna use his cat-like agility, which lets him spend a story point to move to any location within short range as an incidental, including vertical distances that have no easy access routes. He does this weird squirt thing for an incidental and a story point, and squirts out from underneath you and is back on his feet moving.
Very brave of him.
This guy's like a freaking eel. So,
Earthworm Jim.
So he is squirted out and is currently at short range. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, when you said Earthworm Jim, I was wondering, it's like, can you hear me? So he squirts out to short range from you, and he's going to spend a maneuver to make that medium range. Slippery son of a bitch. And he is not taking any more strain at this moment. And the boss that you just talked to and said, because it literally sounded like harumph to him, he realizes that you're going to be doing that, so he's going to come up and swing on you.
Slap fight.
And since you ran past the dude with the radio in his pocket, you see him run up, and he's still a short distance because he's letting you and his boss fight. Let you guys have your words. And he pulls out the radio, and immediately your partners at the other end of the tunnel notice both of their new best friends touch their little earbuds in their ears as he screams into the radio of, "It's a trap! They're 5-0 or somebody else, but they don't have the money, and it's a trap!" And you both notice that these guys are like, immediately they do that, fling their coats open so they have clear access to draw their weapons for you guys. And who's going next?
I'll go.
These guys look like any second, in fact, next turn of initiative, they will be drawing their weapons and probably shooting you. They are not like you, cool cucumber. They're going to, show their face.
Well, it's a good thing I have quick draw. Do you have quick draw, Mevin?
I do not, and I've been talking into a muted mic this entire time.
Oh no! Oh no!
That's sad.
Oh, poor man.
No, you go ahead. I do not have quick draw.
He's all screaming. He's all screaming and yelling.
And if I get shot, it's not the end of the world. I have pretty good soaking wounds.
Yeah, you got that super armor that you...
I've got the concealed bucket weave, and I also have subdermal armor implants.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna quick draw and shoot the guy closest to me.
Okay, and are you
Twice.
you're gonna not be engaged with him, right?
No. I'm gonna use. Yeah.
And are you using auto fire since you said twice?
No, but I have 2 guns and I have dual wield, so.
Okay.
Same difference.
So do I
Yeah.
need to put in the purple or no?
No.
Okay. All right. And are you aiming?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not moving, so yeah, I'll aim.
Okay. So now remember, you guys are pretty close and engaged with him at the moment. Do you want to take a step back or no?
Yeah, I'll have to take a step back instead of
Okay.
aiming because I have no.
You could
hand-to-hand.
do both. You could just take 2
Take the
strain and
strain.
do both.
Yeah.
I don't like the way you said that, Jim.
Just take 2 strain.
Yeah, I'll take the strain.
I'm like, you could be like amazeballs and kill both these guys in one salvo. You never know.
Maybe.
You might roll well. I mean, good rolls could happen. Good rolls might not happen. I mean, this is how I'm stalling to use that point on my side.
Yeah.
Dave, you haven't used your talent yet. Steal that last point.
But, I mean, we have a bunch of points yet, so.
Yes, but if we steal the point, then he'll have none.
Wow.
Then that's not fun or fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. Okay. Yeah, I might as well. I'll aim.
Okay, I'll put the blue in there for
It's
you.
only 2 strain.
Yeah, I've got plenty for now.
You had a nice
you're not
drive
answering.
getting here. I mean, you're not going to pass out, right?
Nope.
Okay, I
You're
got
not
you pulled in
answering.
there.
Not
I've
gonna
got an
drop right
upgraded
now.
purple with a black against your blue and whatever else you're doing with that dual wielding.
Nope.
Looks like we're about to have a gunfight in the tunnel.
I'm just trying to figure. Okay, we'll use this one. Well, son of a bitch.
Wow.
You only have 2 agility?
Yeah, no, this guy is. He's made for contacts. I mean, this guy literally has contacts everywhere. That's it. That's pretty much.
You flare your coat out and quick draw both your pistols and take a shot at the guy, and the guy ducks. As soon as he sees the 2 guns coming out, he looks at his partner and they both duck, and your rounds go flying down the tunnel. You just see like the ricochets hit the tunnel somewhere. If there was one more threat, I totally would have hit an innocent bystander with your weapon. It would have been great.
I probably wouldn't have cared anyways.
Yeah, but when the cops show
high
up.
on cunning?
What?
Are you super high on cunning?
No, I have like, what is it?
Did you spread yourself thin?
A little bit, yeah.
What's your highest stat?
I've got 3s in all intellectual. I got 3s in intelligence, cunning, willpower, and presence.
You should consider getting not finesse. What's the other one?
The one that lets you use that one, yeah.
Cunning,
the one that lets you use cunning for ranged attacks.
Yeah.
So go ahead and take 2 strain as you realize you had the drop on these guys and the jig is up. As you look at your poor partner like, sorry, dude.
Oh, shit. I didn't use my XP from last time. Damn it.
What?
Yeah.
It's been weeks.
I forgot we had it.
Spend it like you got it.
I've been saving it. 15 more and I can get a dedication.
Gar. That's all I say to saving your experience.
No, I just completely forgot I had it.
Precision. That's what it's called.
Precision. That's a good one. As these 2 guys are gonna, they look at each other and in classic Pulp Fiction style, pull their pistols out at the guy who just drew 2 fletching pistols.
No,
And
one was the HHI, but
still, when those
Yeah.
rounds went whizzing over their heads, they took that serious. And besides, the other dude's totally their bro. Do you have any range defense?
1.
1. Okay, and you know what? They will aim. Because, yeah.
And we'll take that
they
point back.
will do that.
That's fine.
Too late. Now I'm clean
That's all right.
and empty. I'm good to go. And apparently Roll20 just refreshed its page. Like, don't do that, Roll20. That's just rude. I was about to build my dice pool, and the Roll20 just blanked out.
Hmm.
Now I have to pull all that character sheet stuff back up again. You bastard. Okay. There's the Game Master sheet. I got an upgrade, a blue, black. You had 1 range defense, right?
Yeah.
I was just clicking that as it refreshed. And then I need my gangsters. Where did my gangsters go? There we go. Street bangers. As they will pull out their pistols and they're gonna shoot you. And believe it or not, they also miss. As you're having this, like, 5 feet from each other, exchange of shots shooting in the tunnel everywhere.
Actually,
and they will.
Close, it's extremely hard to hit somebody.
They will give the next one of you guys to go a black dice on this end of the tunnel.
Everybody's all panicked.
Yep, there's this, like, pulling guns out of shirts and hidden concealment and shooting too soon.
All that, and all you have to do is take like a half a step, and you're no longer have a gun pointed at you.
Yep. Everybody's moving and juking. So, what is our hacker gonna do as the gunplay has just started? These guys did not point their guns at you, by the way, yet.
Wow, that's a mistake.
Well, you were being cool, and the guy handed you the phone, and you gave his phone back, so you were cool.
So they thought.
Well, I could try diffusing the situation.
I mean, there is always the deception of, I'm not with this asshole. That is a valid thing.
Nah, because he's just going to kill him next turn, and then that just does nothing for me. I'm going to pull out my gun and move back and...
That's for you. Use one of the bigger bolts, sweetie.
Okay. So, taking 2 maneuvers, pulling your weapon, and stepping back?
Yep. And also I'll aim as an incidental.
Ooh.
I love my pistol.
It is nice having that as an option.
What?
Okay. And your aiming is an incidental, so I've got the blue in there against the black and a purple. Damn. Okay, what does it look like when you execute one of the 2 guys?
Just straight into the head. It's a synap pistol. It just fucking takes him down.
And he just crumples. You see the slight breath happens. You know he's still alive. But the jolt hit him just right, at the right angle, the right time, and he's out fucking cold.
Nice.
As you could totally look at your partner with his fancy lethal pistols and realize my taser gun just took one out.
It's like, I'm gonna turn to him and be like that. Do it like that.
Taser danger. Okay, top of the order. Who's doing what? Akito is now up to medium range from the courier, who looks to be wanting to run.
Don't worry. Don't worry about that. It's fine. So I am going to use a story point, and I will activate my ability, Nimble.
Okay, what does Nimble
So, at the start of a character's turn, you may spend one story point to use a talent to allow a character to perform a maneuver as an incidental.
Oh, that sounds very familiar, almost like Cat's Grace.
This does not count against your limit of 2 maneuvers per turn.
Yeah, that's a really nifty power. I mean, it's what I used to get away
Yeah,
from
I know.
you.
I took it a while ago. It's pretty nice. So anyways, did they parkour up or vertical or anything like that sort?
No, he just used his ability to get off the ground and pop up to short range.
So anyways, I'm going to use that to, as an incidental, move 1 range forward.
Okay, so you're at short range.
Yep. And then I am going to use my maneuver to get on top of them.
Okay, so you're right on top of him in engaged range.
Yep.
And you still
And then,
technically could take a second maneuver, and you have your action.
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
and
it's all
so,
coming together.
It's all coming together, man. Okay, so as an action, grab bag.
Okay, and you're gonna, with the intent to rip it off of him?
Yep, with the intent to rip it off of his body.
Okay. Is that a story point?
You already spent one. Or was that for the
why?
That was for the nimble. I spent a story point for the nimble.
The first one was for him to do the whoop, and then the second one is for his attempt to rip the bag off this courier.
Yeah, first one was whoop, second one is whoop.
Okay. Let me
So
set
brawl?
your difficulty. Brawl against brawl. Will he get the bag off? With an upgrade.
Ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready is the question.
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Okay, as you reach forward, you're doing your most to get up to him, and you see that handle, and you grab, and you jerk. And even though this bag is supposed to have safety features to prevent this kind of theft, you just jerk. And the clasp goes click. And you have the courier's bag as he's running a la Flash style, and he looks back like, oh shit. As you now have the bag in your possession. And you didn't roll enough threats to make something awesome happen. Why didn't you give me more threats? Go ahead and take 1 strain.
Okay, and then since I still have a maneuver left over...
if you want to take 2 strain, you could take another maneuver, right?
Yes, I want to take 2 strain and then move the fuck away.
So you're moving back towards your friend who's having a fist fight with a bunch of people?
Yeah, you gotta head back to our party. I got 2 right now.
One person? Oh, it's 2 people?
Yeah. The radio guy.
I mean, the one guy's standing there with his radio, but I'm only fighting the boss.
No, I'm gonna just be running the complete opposite way.
So you're running to where the cops will be eventually. Okay.
I mean, the thing is, it's 3 on 2, and I don't have the best brawl. I'm probably gonna get the shit stolen away, you know? Might as well make it a chase.
Run to our frickin' party members.
Hey, I can circle back. I can get up to 3 maneuvers a turn. Don't at me.
Okay,
you have story points.
You rip the courier bag off of him, and then you run past him as he's like, what? I guess he's doing my job for me as he looks at the camera and breaks the 4th wall.
I just go sit down at the corner.
Okay, so who's going next? Does he now has the MacGuffin bag? It literally is MacGuffin brand courier bag. Who's going next?
Go ahead, David.
I mean, at this point, I no clue what to do because, I mean,
you saw
he's running off in the
run up to the courier and rip the bag off him, and then run past the courier. He's got possession of the football.
Like, I'm lost now. What to do? I mean, okay, so he's running to go get mugged again or whatever.
This is the Sith Star Destroyer all over again with Anshin.
So why even fight this guy? Because obviously it's...
That's kind of the look on this guy's face, too. He's just like, he's got his fists up to fight you, and he looks over his shoulder at what you're looking at, and he's like, what the fuck?
To confuse your enemies, you must confuse your allies. Sun Tzu.
I mean,
in theory, you could just beat him to the tunnel, and you're fine. I mean...
Well, except for when he gets stopped by the police and all the evidence taken, arrested, and everything else. But hey,
yeah.
Well,
he
all right.
Yeah, he knows the police are going to be over there.
Yeah,
You definitely get the feeling, by the way, that this dude, if you know, he looks like he is done with this brawl with you at this point. You're pretty sure he's going to be worried about getting his butt out of this situation as opposed to standing and fighting.
Okay.
That's totally his body language. Guy with the radio is looking at Akito running, and he's just like, huh. There's gunfire at the far end of the tunnel where your friends were left, and people are
at this point, Anshin's
screaming
how far
and yelling.
away?
So at this point, he is now medium distance.
From me?
From you, yep.
So the courier's short?
Yep.
Alright, I guess I'll run to the courier to make sure he doesn't at least go chasing after.
Okay,
and
so you end up like running past your dance partner there.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
You come running up as the courier's like mid-stride looking at the bag going, "Give me that bag!"
I'll double punch him.
Double punch him. With an upgrade, it looks like. Hayo's just like, Hayo! Okay, and you're dual wielding?
Yeah.
Okay, I've got your upgrade in there, as well as your dual wielding and his defense. And are you taking any strain to aim?
Sure, why not?
Okay, I got your blue in there. This poor courier.
Alright.
He's having a bad day.
Alright, here we go.
You come running up to this guy and you're just like, punch, punch. And he's just like, duck, duck, continue running. Bastard's got my package. I don't get paid if it's not delivered.
Go figure. Alright.
And go ahead and
I
take
sit
a
down
strain.
in the corner. Yeah.
Sorry, you're out of maneuvers to go sit down. As the guy you surmise as the big bad totally jogs the other direction away from you, where you guys are running down their end of the tunnel, and he's going to one of those emergency tunnels and pops the little latch as the little yellow emergency tunnel light goes off, especially after you hear the gunshot at the other end of the tunnel, and he is diving into the little emergency escape stairs. Radio guy is saying something, 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 what's going on at either end of the tunnels. The guy's got the package. We didn't get the money. It's a total ambush. And then he seems to be gesturing that he's going to go to the escape tunnel too. But he doesn't quite make it as far as this boss, who's now disappearing into the escape tunnel. And who would like to go next?
I'll go and shoot the other guy.
Here you got your silent stun gun and all these pistols are going off left and right.
Go for it.
Yeah. I will, this time, just aim twice. Once as an incidental, once as a maneuver. And then shoot him.
Oh, damn. Gonna try to keep my guy alive.
Mm-hmm. I'm basically just sucking up story points from you.
So I've got your difficulty set.
And the 2 blues.
I should double check that, shouldn't I?
From aiming.
Yep, 2 blues are in there.
Wow!
Wow.
He drops his gun, for one.
I will give that to you. He drops his gun. And what do you want for the 2? Oh, I totally forgot to give you an extra black dice.
An extra black dice?
Yeah, remember he gave you a black dice. Which doesn't matter. He has defense 1. He doesn't do jack. So what would you like for your other 2 advantage? After you stun him and it hits the gun and sparks across the gun and jolts his hand and he drops his hand, shaking his hand, going ah.
I'm gonna give a blue to Kevin.
Oh.
Whether he goes to shoot him or whether he goes to threaten him using one of his many social skills.
Ah. Okay. So as you do that, this guy looks at you and he's not happy with you. He thought you guys were cool. Bro, I got your phone number in my data pad. Your buddy's a lousy shot, but you apparently took out my buddy in 1 shot and took out my gun. And he's going to go ahead and take 2 strain, because he does not have quick draw. And he's going to pull out a blade of some kind that totally makes some kind of noise.
Well, that's rude.
As he snaps it, and what looks like a stick turns into a switchblade that has the sharpest edge you've ever seen. And he's gonna take a second maneuver to get in your face. And he just says, I thought we were bros. Now I gotta cut you.
Well, I have defense 1.
So defense 1, you say. Anything else?
I have 4 soak, but that's the only thing that's gonna make any difference.
Okay.
There we go.
Use up all those story points. He's like, I'm gonna cut you. Okay, his pool is clear. And he comes at you with his mono switchblade. And swings with a miss. Obviously, that stun to his hand is still jacking him up some.
Yep.
And he's gonna give the next one of you guys to go a black dice for that advantage. As now it's become a knife fight with a stun pistol.
Okay, so Evans clicked check 3 times.
Uh-oh, has he been hacked again?
Either that or that's supposed to be an ambulance.
Well, it's the symbol for that channel, so...
I know.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm assuming you're talking Facebook then.
Yeah, Facebook.
Okay, so he did all his things. He's slightly exhausted. He's huffing and puffing loudly.
He's now seen the messages in Skype, though.
Yeah, that's what I noticed. His icon said he has at least witnessed the message. Not sure if that means anything, though. Or it totally means he's now parking on your side of the tunnel at this very moment with the car. So, what is our last party member going to do? He's got his pistols out. People are screaming. Gunfire echoed off in the cave. People are like, we're just going to the park!
Well, I think I'll hit him with the stun round. I'll aim and hit him with the stun round.
So as an incidental, you're telling your pistol to go stun round?
Yep.
Stun round. And the pistol makes a whirring noise. I mean, it would be embarrassing with you shooting off all these rounds. And your friend with the little taser gets everybody.
Yeah.
Now, the question is, are you adjacent to your partner there? Or do you have some distance between you so you're not engaged with the guy right now that he's trying to knife your friend?
Remember, I took a step back, so...
Okay. I was just going to ask...
I'm not engaged with him. No.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Perfect.
Just the difficult...
And 4 check marks.
One purple and a defense. And are you...
I'm aiming, and I flip the point.
Okay, I've got your upgrade. I've got your blue against his defense and his 1 purple that I do not feel will protect him for much longer. Oh my god.
Wow.
Oh my god.
Incredible.
As obviously your pistol, as soon as you went stun round and it changed the round to a stun, he looks over at you and he's like, shit! And he's ducking as you pull the trigger, and the stun round flies out and hits the wall behind him. You know, because basically it's like a little beanbag round. As it just goes ka-chong and skitters across, and more people are like, eh. But you have a bucket load of advantage and a triumph.
I noticed.
What would you like to use those for?
Well, he's gonna trip and fall on his ass.
Okay. For 3 advantages, I'll say he followed the stun round against the wall, and he's just like, and then like gets caught up in his feet because his pistol was right there where he had to step over to get to your friend with the knife, and he steps on the pistol and falls on his ass. Nothing's worse than being on your ass with a knife in your hand. What would you like for the 2 advantage and the triumph?
I'll take 2 stun back, or 2 strain back, and as for the triumph,
I mean,
outside of him
surrender
like, giving up, outside of him giving up,
he just like on the ground with his knife, couldn't stab your friend, couldn't shoot you. He just like throws the knife at your feet and puts his hands up. Well, fine, you got me, cop.
Who the fuck said we're cops?
Yeah.
And he totally looks like
that's what he's
not
assuming.
cops.
No, we're trying to buy illegal shit. What? You're in a tunnel. If we were cops, we would just come down both ends and arrested your asses. What the fuck?
And he just looks like totally confused at this moment.
Yeah. We're worse. We're corp security. We do whatever the hell we want. So
You're cops with no consequences. There is no civilian oversight committee. Okay, so top of the order. Who's doing what?
Be right back.
As obviously he is not doing something right now.
Uh-huh.
Wait, what?
So who's going next?
You guys just want me? Okay. So.
Or are you guys talking about what's going on Facebook? Because I don't have that up right now.
Yeah, and wife decided to go play for a few minutes. We'll get back to you. I thought he was separated or divorcing.
Yeah, I think that's plain nice. I mean, I'm thinking that's probably bogus. Because I actually spoke with him, so I knew he got his most of his account stuff back.
Right.
Yeah.
I basically refused to accept it was him until I could get verbal confirmation or a video picture of him using my name. I'm thinking he might be hacked again. Or someone's playing push me, pull me in his life. So who's going first?
I guess I will.
So you're gonna basically double run?
If I can beat him out of the tunnel and escape, that would be nice.
Okay, since it sounds like you both have the exact courier abilities, how about this? As we do the running montage, I'm going to ask for a athletics check. You against him, athletics, mano y mano. And it looks like you just used the story point, didn't you?
Yeah, with a bit of, I need it.
Totally understandable.
Alright, so when you are ready, tell me.
And since you have a head start, I'm going to give you a blue. How about
Alrighty.
Okay, I've
That
got
is so
your
funny.
difficulty.
I wasn't even building for. Oh, sorry.
I've got your difficulty in there. Roll when you're ready.
Yes. Oh yeah.
So as this running montage happens, you outrun the courier by a few extra strides at the end of the tunnel. What do you do when you get to the end of the tunnel? You have the backpack in hand, you're getting to the tunnel. People are running because, of course, the gunshots echoed both directions. Few people use the escape tunnels because that's what they're there for in case of public shooting. But a bunch of people are running out ahead of you. What is your perception or vigilance skill?
Yes, one moment. They're both the same. 2 green and an advantage.
Okay, do me a favor and roll it really quick so I can give you some info as you're running out the tunnel.
Okay. Either one?
Either one.
Okay.
Okay, so you basically, from your point of view, there's this running montage where you're running and you're hearing the chariots of fire. Dun 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 dun. And you're basically like a good medium distance ahead of the other guy, and you're running the marathon with the ribbon at the edge of the tunnel as you burst through the tunnel and the sounds of the city hit you, and something's gonna happen
police gun you down.
As you hear some laughter.
Oh.
So while that's happening, who's going next and what are you guys doing? And by the way, did you tell them you had the package and you're heading out the other direction now since nobody's bothering to tell the hacker to put the jammer back on?
I probably just said I had the package. I'm running to the closest ally towards me, not to everybody else. So the people on the other side of the tunnel most likely do not know unless David says something.
Okay, so you guys do get that message as he hits his hands-free button while running on his pad to say, "Hey guys, I've got the package."
I'm gonna yell.
Then why are you running the opposite direction?
That's where the cops are.
I mean,
Jogging
does
back
the person who
to the
summoned
other
the
two.
cops want to say something to the cops? You
Well,
could always
I can't
give your
see that
buddy
far
a
down,
description.
so
You could always say, "Hey, don't arrest the guy that looks like this."
that sounds fair. I'll do that.
Okay, you whip out your pad and using your cunning, call your contact and say, "Hey, dude, there's a Japanese-looking guy running out of the tunnel. He's got a great physique, really, really statuesque. Don't arrest him or give him any shit, okay?" And your buddy's like, "Okay. So who should we be giving shit to?"
Anybody that chases him.
Okay, we can do that. And just to give you a heads up, buddy, we got drones on both sides of the tunnel now, getting surveillance on the folks leaving the tunnel because apparently there is some gunfire happening. So I hope you're not on site, right? Right?
I'll be okay.
And he's like, "Cool, cool." And you get the click.
Hold on.
And what is our hacker doing during all of this?
Well, I'm just gonna shoot the fucking guy. Like it's like I shot his gun out of his hand. He decided he was gonna knife me.
Well, no, remember, he is on the ground. He gave up.
Yeah, and I'm gonna make sure he cannot get back up anytime soon.
Okay, I'm liking the ruthlessness.
Hey, I'm not killing him.
I'm giving you a blue since he surrendered. Against just a purple.
Sure. give me an incidental aim.
Okay, 2 blue total. And there is that, of course, black is the next one of you guys to go.
Sure.
You're still off balance that the fucker tried to knife you. You thought he was Buds. Okay, he was tired, and when you plug him cleanly in the chest with your synapse pistol, the stun round hits him and jolts him, and he like falls straight back. He was like legs spread out, and he is now out cold on the ground.
All right, we need to get the fuck out of here, right?
And take 1 point of strain.
Oh
It's
no!
all that frustration. And the question is, what are you doing? Are you running? Are you looking to use the escape tunnel? Go out the other entrance?
I'm looking at Sepeo for that.
Escape. The service tunnels.
All right, let's
the
go.
surface tunnels are great because they're all about get yourself to safety. No surveillance.
Tunnels, yep.
Okay, you guys go over and you pop the hatch and a little yellow light starts blinking that you've opened the hatch to use the tunnels. You hear this minor little voice recording saying that emergency services will be advised that you'll be exiting the tunnel. You guys know from experience that means jack and shit because if you need help you're expected to stand there and wait. And does anyone call your driver, by the way? Who's been just diddling around driving in the same city block around and around. He's a nice guy. He really is.
Oh, yeah, we should probably tell him to meet us at the at the whatever.
Rightio, I'll be right there. How many of you will be coming? I'll have the seat warmers already turned on.
3 of us?
Yeah.
Rightio. Now the question is, by 3 of you, do you mean the one of the unconscious people, or are you just leaving them behind?
Nah, we should probably take that knife. But yeah, we'll just leave them there. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, that's just the nice thing is to pick up the weapons. That way nobody gets hurt. Here's the monoblade and pistol that was on the ground.
Oh shit! What type
the
of pistol is
monoblade
that?
does that's just your regular pistol.
Yeah.
And the monoblade is +1 to your brawn. But it's nice because it has Pierce too. And look at how it used all those karma for those blue. Yep, it's 1 damage, crits on 2, and has Pierce 2. It's really meant to crit somebody, basically. Stab him in the foot.
Yeah.
Okay. And it's a non-energy weapon, which might be nice to put in someone's back pocket in a pinch.
Yeah. Except for my character has no melee combat.
So
Which is fine because I can now use my cunning at the end of the session.
What happens with our one member of the party that is still in the tunnel is everyone else are evacuating the tunnel in their own kind of ways.
I'm taking one of the dealy bobbies out.
You're taking one of the surface, escape tunnels?
Yeah.
Okay. You guys basically get together, and then the camera swings back to the other tunnel entrance where there's 2 police hoppers with their floodlights blasting into the tunnel entrance. You've got some EMTs, grabbing some people that apparently have trauma because they heard gunshots 400 feet away. Here is a Mylar blanket for you. I'm sorry you are so traumatized. Because literally, there's a Biroid giving them the spiel. Please press 1 if you require a living therapist to speak to. And as Akito comes running out with the bag in hand, you feel this sense of victory. And you see a pop-up barricade, face those little pylons that come out of the ground, with a police officer has a shield down. And then they're using the shield as cover, and they have the firearm pointed in the tunnel saying, "Stop!"
Well, luckily he's unarmed, so.
This is true.
I stop.
What the hell's going on?
And as you look back, the
Rambling.
courier is still
Or X
behind you,
rambling.
running towards you, looking like he wants to grab that bag for you. Do you do anything?
I will yell, help! A man is trying to steal my bag.
And just because I'll use this for the attack skill, the cop looks at you and looks at them and totally recalls the description they were given of a friendly person to the police department. And she shoots at the courier.
No nonsense, please.
Yeah, no shit.
And
Whoa,
you
nobody
kind
said
of
shit tonight.
you kind of cringe because she shoots and you hear the pwong of the bullet hit the ceiling of the tunnel and ricochet down the tunnel. And the cop just like totally squints at the missed shot and gestures to you while she's squinting to get to the side of the tunnel. And when you look, you notice there's more cops hanging out at the side of the tunnel in typical tactical fashion. You know, they're taking a knee, and there's 3 or 4 cops on a knee against the wall using it as cover. And they're gesturing for you to come to them.
I run over to them.
You run over and they kind of like push you to the last cop, and the last cop tells you to get down and get behind them for cover. And they say, "Are you?" And they list off your company name that you are publicly known for, that your friend back in the tunnel would say your name is. What name did you give them?
Yes, I'll give them that name. Be like, yeah, Hayato was helping me, but we lost contact.
Are you okay? Do you require any emergency medical service?
Thankfully, I didn't get shot or punched, but it was scary.
Don't worry, you're safe. The New Angeles Police Department is here to protect you, citizen.
Oh, thank you so much.
And while they obviously have their attention set to whoever's in the tunnel, and the courier dude just like totally after that missed shot is putting his hands up to surrender, and he's like, "I'm just a courier. I'm trying to get my package." Do me a favor and give me a charm, coerce, or deception, Akito. And apparently,
I got you.
Totally using an upgrade. Okay.
Yeah. Definitely. Okay. Ready?
Okay. Go for it.
Hiya.
Well, the rest of the team has been picked up, and you guys are circling the wagon hoping to get a message from Akito. Akito talks to the cops. They give you coffee. The EMTs give you a once-over and say, yeah, he's fine. He's not cut or shot or anything. And they basically give you a handshake and send you on your way. If they ask you even if you need a ride.
No, thank you. I have some transportation that I can get to, but thank you very much for your help. I really appreciate it. You guys are doing the real good work out here. You know that?
As they basically let you on your way, as they arrest the courier, they take like 20 different people's testimonies. You find out there's, different people popped out of different surface tunnels up at the top of the freeway. As you guys are regrouping, and you guys see Akito waiting for you at the parking lot as your driver pulls it and says, "Hello, sir, your seat has been warmed," and hits the button and the auto door opens up for you. As your driver comes across the flat LED screen in the back of the van saying, Where would I be going next, sirs?"
Jinteki headquarters. We got the package.
As you look at the team and shake the bag and say, "We got the package."
Should we look in the package?
Checked it.
Fuck.
Swear to God.
I looked inside the package.
Do you open the bag? How do you open the bag? Are you doing it cautiously? Are you just unzipping the bag?
No, I do it carefully, cautiously, you know.
Okay.
Wait,
money bagging module blows up in his face.
Go ahead and give me
Yeah.
a vigilance check since you're doing it cautiously. Okay.
I'm guessing you want 2 strain for those 2 threats.
Yep.
Okay.
Are you still awake?
Wow.
Damn.
Wow.
So
That's low.
you cautiously like pull down the fold down table in the back of the van and put the bag there, and you inspect it carefully to make sure there's no booby traps or, you know, any fuck yous that may have been left in the bag. You know, no fentanyl bomb going off in your faces drugging you all. And you clearly see it's got a basically a archive data pad. It's basically think portable solid state drive. And you pull it out and it looks completely safe. And then you look in the bottom of the bag and you notice that yes, there are in fact a couple doses of different street drugs. Obviously someone's private stash, it looks like.
Then maybe check the bag, huh?
Do you hand the storage pad over to your hacker friend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, let's get to it then.
I will keep the rest of the contents of the bag and the bag itself with me. And I'll also ask for my pistols back.
The pad is definitely encrypted when you first get it and turn it on. You definitely get the secured by such and such encryption. The very best Biroid encryption available. Would you like to know more?
It's terrible encryption, by the way.
Go ahead and give me your hacking, as you basically want to crack your way into it.
Yay.
Oh, Jesus.
Barely.
Would you like to use your triumph to make the pad your bitch?
Yes. Obviously.
You gladly, as you said, terrible software because you hacked into it and got full admin rights to everything. And you clearly know that, yes, the recipe is on this pad. It is actually encrypted in a way that it cannot be downloaded off this pad. So the pad is the only physical source of the information.
Okay.
Someone wanted to make sure that the pad had to be handed off and not something that could just be downloaded off of it.
We got it, guys.
Good
job, team. Mission accomplished.
As you totally shake the pad in the air that we got this, the van is heading back to Jinteki Corporation. You know, from the air we see that it's there. The cops are arresting a bunch of ne'er-do-wells that they found passed out with a gun at their feet that has been discharged on both of them. Obviously, these local gangsters were just trying to shoot somebody. The courier is like, I'm just doing a job! Totally got arrested because it's a courier service that's known for doing, not up jobs. But unfortunately, he won't roll and give any information because, that's what you pay for.
Could I put in a requisition slip for 10,000 credits that I am owed for getting the stuff?
What do you mean?
Because
the money, the cred sticks he lost.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's your fault for not retrieving them.
I will let you give me a negotiation roll as your colleague fills in the other half of the story of, well, he never actually paid for it. He stole it. Give me a negotiation.
Okay,
Just
cool.
one success to get your money back.
Wow.
Unfortunately, there was no records on those data sticks that they were legit. They're like, none of those sticks were corporate sticks. Were they?
That's why he's asking to get his money back.
Proper procedure, and of course you're given like a 20-page pamphlet of the proper procedure. Would have been to contact your liaison for funds.
Could I use one of my Jinteki contacts to get the paperwork through so I get my money back?
No. Because that's the threat. They're like, you want to get 10 months of salary back? What? So as you guys are commended back at your headquarters, back in the dojo, you guys are basically told how amazing you are that you return the material. However, while your liaison is saying this, they're on the back side of the room, behind his back, silhouetting him, is footage of the police hoppers showing a bunch of people coming out of a diner shooting the place to shit and shooting at a cop car. And the footage is just grainy enough that you can't make out the escape vehicle as a very familiar vehicle to you all, as well as there's a clip showing the lawyers are talking to that cop who witnessed you guys doing what you were doing, and basically, burying her in paperwork to keep her from complaining. And then the massive amounts of people fleeing the tunnel. And he just says, the important thing is you return the information back to Jinteki. Jinteki will make good use of this research into chemical augmentation. And more importantly, as you see him totally do the deadpan smirk, you keep the street element from using Jinteki property and keeping the citizens safe from these nefarious people. Notice he says nothing about the drugs.
Right.
And as
I just can sell them.
one of the server clones comes out and she proceeds to serve you guys all the tea, or the not tea as the case may be, in your cup if you don't want tea normally. As the camera pans back to the beautiful dojo, as you guys get 15 experience.
Ooh.
And
that was a nice donation of you.
The mental trauma of Evan's messages going back and forth on Facebook. Because I just glanced and saw my phone that his latest message.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's rambling again. So I'm not.
But at least it's not a bot this time.
True.
I don't think it was a bot before either, but I don't know. Those responses.
Well, that one day that I was fucking with them.
Yeah, because it was only when you would respond would you get a counter response.
Yeah.
So if you just let the conversation go and not respond, the conversation would end after like 3 messages.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, but yeah, wait, yeah. Anyway.
Hopefully.
All right.
And I will say that is a good place to wrap it up there.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yep. Well,
we're not getting a payout for
really?
finding that one guy.
Yeah, you totally get the payout for finding that one guy. Didn't I already give you the dollar amount for that one?
No.
Oh. Okay, so you guys will be getting 12 grand to split amongst yourselves from the company account.
Hooray! It's 3 grand a pop.
And since there's only 4 of you here.
Yeah.
Does that make you feel a little better, Anshin?
No. I'm still out 7.
Well, it was nice of you to donate to the mission and making sure it happened.
Yeah.
That's a good company,
next time I'm just gonna sit in the car and not do anything. So have fun with that.
Oh, don't be like that. You got the package.
I was saving up for some fucking cool augments. I was so close.
Now, if they're genetic augments, they're half price.
Right?
Yeah, I was gonna get a few of them at a time.
Wow, he's gonna get his whole genome spliced all at once.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing one thing, might as well do multiple things at once, right?
Yeah. Sure.
As much as you can do before you become not human anymore. Sure.
You know, humanity is relative to the person.
As all of a sudden his file goes from his name to subject 44ZB7. That discount comes at a price.
Oh man. All right.
But hey, at least I got a dedication now.
Hey, there you go.
So we have what? 2 more sessions?
Yep, we should have at least 2 more. Let me pull up the calendar and check. So we've got.
Well, at the rate we're going, it'll be 1.
It's going to be ridiculously Halloweeny, just to let you know. And November the 10th. And then the 24th would be the new D&D game.
Yeah.
Still in shock that D&D won the poll.
Well, is that game really D&D? I don't think
it
looked like it was much more than D&D looked like.
It's D&D with some extra rules because it's Free League's fantasy dark European setting.
Yeah.
But then they hammered a 5th edition version of it, so it's D&D with some extra rules to make things better. Like if depending on what your group's goal is, like if you're exploring the big bad dark forest, there's exploration rules, there's setting camp rules. If you're exploring ruins, there's rules. And they change up the races and stuff is different. Like trolls in that setting are actually goblins who've gone into a cocoon and have popped out as a troll. And they basically, like a baby bird, fall in love with the first person they see. You know, you can totally see this big troll go, friend.
Mama? From that. Like, thematically, D&D is still the GOAT. Like, you don't get better than that because it's the original.
Why'd you vote for this then?
Yeah.
Because it didn't say D&D next to it. Like, in the poll, it did not say D&D next to it.
So you should have looked at the previous post where I actually had links for the books.
Yeah, I was going off the blurb you gave.
Yeah, the ruins of there's the basic setting, and then there's the ruins of, which is the 5th edition version. You've got Free League's Symborium, which is their own game mechanic version, and then you've got the ruins of Symborium, which is the 5th edition version.
Yeah, because it just
flipped
through the book real quick. It didn't look
mechanics.
D&D. It looked very complicated compared to. So I was like, that's a lot of stuff. So
yeah, like the corruption and the shadow rules.
Yeah.
Just know that if you want to play a magic user, it is more juggling. Though they do break the classes down quite nicely. Like if you want to be a bounty hunter versus a monster hunter. Because they've got the whole, okay, we're professional monster hunters. Here's how we have a campaign of that. Or we're professional ruins explorers. Here's how we do that.
Yeah.
Or we're a bunch of barbarians looking to screw the humans from the south.
I don't know. I think you should play a troll singer.
Yeah.
That's actually a pretty good one.
I'll look more into it, but
yeah. Well, you got a month.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I gotta get going.
Alrighty, folks.
Later and good luck with the AC if he didn't fix it.
Well, they found the leak. He charged it. Now they just got to order the part.
Okay, cool. That's at least progress.
Leaking some refrigerant into the atmosphere. Gotta love it.
There goes that ozone.
There's plenty of other stuff.
Yeah.
Hey, as long as there's an ozone hole, I still have a job.
But,
Yeah, don't get me started on that.
All right,
All right,
later,
guys.
guys.
It's not a hole, but anyway.
It is a hole. It appears during the winters.
The thinning.
It's
Like,
a thin spot. It's not an actual hole.
It's about a fucking 1/10 of the normal thickness. So
If it was a hole,
I'd call that
we'd
good
be
enough to
fucked.
be a fucking hole.
If it was a hole, there would be a spout of coldness coming down that would screw the planet. Let's be happy with just the thinning.
Yeah.
The thinning.
All right, guys.
All right,
Okay.
later, guys.
Later.
Right. Adios.
Hasta luego.